Coming off a solid weekend, winning both their games and staying in the second spot in the OHL's Eastern Conference. Sets up a busy week, though, ahead with 2 games on the road and then a home day on Saturday afternoon against Kingston. Hey, listen, it's been a tough season for Bulldogs forward and Seattle Kraken third-round pick. Ryan Winterton, he's been injured, but hey, he is making his way back and joins us this morning. How you doing, Ryan?
I'm doing well. How are you guys doing?
Good, pal. Listen, being injured, it's just so frustrating. How's the mental side of it for you?
Yeah, I'd say it's getting easier now. I'm getting a little frustrated now and then, but I think that's to be expected with the situation I'm in, and how well our team's doing and how many good players we have. You know, it's frustrating getting to see them play, and then you have to sit out every night. So I think that part of it's really frustrating, but you know, I'm still around the guys every day, and I'm still practicing, working out with them. So I still feel part of the team, just you know, not as much when they're on the ice playing a game.
Yeah, so you're like the head cheerleader. Do you have pom-poms and everything like that on the bench?
Yeah, exactly. I'm up in the rafters with some pom-poms.
Right. Listen, congratulations getting drafted. Did you always, was it a dream of yours always to be drafted by the Seattle Kraken?
Yeah, well, no, actually, I didn't even know Seattle would be a team. Well, yeah, I didn't know they'd be a team until the year before. So, but I'd say the year before was a dream of mine to be drafted by them. Just kind of, I think being drafted by an expansion team is really cool. We watched Vegas a couple years earlier and how well they did the year after, and you know, it seemed like a really good organization to be a part of. And then Seattle came along, and I honestly didn't talk to them much before the draft, and then they ended up picking me, and you know, I was really thrilled. And you know, I went to camp, and it was a great experience. So I'm really happy with what happened and where I ended up.
Right on. Is that the whole family there after you got drafted?
Yeah, it was. I had probably around 15 people over. My girlfriend, my brother and his girlfriend, and my parents, and then a couple family friends. So it was awesome.
What a thrill. Where are you from, Ryan?
Whitby, Ontario.
Whitby. How long have you been playing hockey for?
Well, probably since I was around 5.
Oh, we got some
and my brother, yeah, kind of played since we were young. So been a part of the family ever since.
Well, I love showing pictures of you guys when you were youngsters. Look at that little one. Awesome. How old you have been there? That might have been 5 or 6, I bet.
Probably like 7, yeah.
Right on. Cool. Well, you had a great experience last year because you won gold medal with the under 18s in Texas. Take us through that experience.
Yeah, that was a huge experience for me, especially kind of leading up to the draft. You know, with COVID and everything, we were the only kind of CHL league that didn't end up playing. So it was a bit of a stressor for me that year, and just the draft coming up and not knowing if I was going to get drafted, what was going to happen. So didn't get a fair opportunity. And then thankfully, you know, Alan Miller called me and said that I'd been selected for U18s, and you know, it really was a weight off my shoulders, but I realized that the work just started and I needed to get ready for the tournament since, you know, I hadn't played in about a year and a bit. So it was a big learning experience for me, and I think it was huge for leading up to the draft. And you
did really well. Listen, we're running out of time. We quickly have to talk about Shane Wright, your teammate on that team, Burlington native, because Shane is a high draft pick coming up in this coming draft. But you play on the same team with them. He's a very talented player. What can you tell us about Burlington's Shane Wright?
Yeah, he was our captain. I've played with Shane at the U17s and U18s, and both times he's just been real classy, captain with us. You know, he puts his teammates first, and, you know, he's a real professional. So, you know, he's a good leader for us, and just kind of watching what he does every day, you learn a lot off guys like that and Connor Bedard. So, yeah, Shane was huge for me and kind of made me learn a couple things throughout the experiences, U17s and U18s. So
good stuff. Good stuff, Ryan. Yeah, because you can actually watch Shane in town because Saturday's game is against Kingston. It's the Bulldogs Military Appreciation Game with the annual Argyles-Riley hockey game at 11, and they're collecting toys for city kids. So game time is just after 4 o'clock on a Saturday afternoon. Listen, Ryan, best of luck getting back on the ice. Thanks for chatting. Nice meeting you, and we'll chat to you soon.
Thanks for having me.